All right, guys, so today we are doing sections 5.2 through 5.6, but not 5.4 because we did 5.4 with 5.1. So we're talking about triangle congruences. So we are going to go through all the reasons why triangles are congruent to each other. All right, so starting with, let's identify all the pairs of congruent corresponding parts. Okay, so we need to look at things that are equal. They have to be corresponding, which means they have to go together, and obviously they're parts. So here we have quadrilateral ABCD, and this is congruent. I know the little congruent symbol got lost, and it is congruent to EFGH. So we have A, B, C, D. So what I always do is I always do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, because as long as the statement is made, this quadrilateral is congruent to this quadrilateral, A and E will always go together. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is how I always do it. So E is 1, F is 2, G is 3, and H is 4. And the reason I do it this way is because for me, it is faster to match up angle 1 and angle 1 than it is to try to go A goes with E. So what we're going to do is go through and do AB 1, 2 goes with EF 1, 2. So AB is congruent to EF. So that's my first congruent side. BC, which is 2, 3, goes with FG, which is 2, 3. So BC is congruent to FG. And so on and so on. And let me not forget my symbols. So we got 1, 2 goes with 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. So now I do 3, 4. So CD. CD is congruent to GH. And so we did 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. So now we're looking at 4, 1, which is DA is congruent to HE. So those are the corresponding sides that go together. And angle A goes with angle E. Angle A is congruent to angle E. B is congruent to F. It's congruent to angle F. Angle C is congruent to angle G. And angle D is congruent to angle H. So I know that quadrilateral ABCD is congruent to quadrilateral EFGH. All right, next. So now we're going to find the values of x and y, given that these two triangles are congruent. So since they are labeled, so this is 1, 2, 3 is congruent to 1, 2, 3. Sometimes when they are flip-flopped around, the orientation's not pointing the same way, it's faster and easier for me to go 1, 2, 3. So I know X, Y, Z is my 1, 2, 3. R, S, T is my 1, 2, 3. So I know that 1, 3 goes with 1, 3, and 3, 2 goes with 3, 2. So since this is 15, I know this one is 15, which means this one is 15, and this one is 3y plus 9. Well, since it has the same tick mark, then that means 3y plus 9 is equal to 15. So we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. We get 3y is equal to 6. Divide both sides by 3. We get that y is 2. And now we can find x. Since this angle here is angle 2, then I know it goes with angle 2 on this triangle, which is 30. So that means 2x minus 20 is equal to 30. So I'm going to add this 20 over here. So 2x is equal to 50. Divide both sides by that 2. Oops. X is 25. So just by knowing that 1, 2, 3 goes with 1, 2, 3, the 1's pair, the 2's pair, the 3's pair, it made it a little easier to know which things are equal to each other. All right, so here are some steps for determining if two triangles are congruent. So you're going to label your congruent sides with an S, and you're going to label your congruent angles with an A. So for example, this angle goes with this angle. So this angle goes with this angle. This angle goes with this angle. So this angle goes with this angle. And this side goes with this side. So check, we did that. Circle the letter that's the furthest away from the other letters. So circle the letter that's the furthest away. Connect it to the closest letter. You cannot cut through the triangle, so you don't want to cut through. So you would want to go like side, angle, angle. Or since this one is furthest away from these two, then we would circle this one and we would go angle, angle, side. This one is furthest away from these two, so we'd go angle, angle, side. Connect it to the closest. You cannot cut through the triangle. Connect it to the final letter. Determine if it's one of the 5 congruence theorems. Can be backwards, but you cannot switch up the letters. So you've got, these are your options. The 3 S's, this stands for side, side, side. Side, angle, side. Angle, side, angle. Angle, angle, side, or hypotenuse leg. Notice there is no angle, 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 or side, side, angle, and yes, this is a bad word spelled backwards. So angle, side, side does not work. It's called the donkey theorem, just in case you were wondering. There's no such thing, okay? So these are the only ones that work, okay? They have to go in this order, okay? Not these. These are a big fat no, okay? So these two triangles here, this would be angle, angle, side. So it would be this reason right here. So let's take a look at some examples. All right, so for example, if I'm looking for side, 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 actually, let's just go through and label and then match them. So for example, this is an angle, this is an angle, this is an angle, and this is a side. This is an angle, this is an angle, and this is a side. So this would be angle, angle, side. So I'm connecting it around till I get to the end. So this is angle, angle, side. So let me switch up colors a little bit. So this one here, I've got side, a side, a side, and then these 3 sides. So these two are going to be congruent by side, side, side. All right. Here I've got side, angle, side, side, angle, side. All right. So this one is side, angle, side. This one's pretty easy to tell. Basically, if you have 2 sides and the angle that connects them, that's always going to be your side, angle, side. These two are very easy to get confused. These two are very easy to get confused. You have 2 angles here and the side that connects them. So I have 2 angles and the side that connects them. So this is angle, side, angle. So if you look very closely, you got angle, angle, side, and angle, side, angle. So the easiest way to make sure you do not get these backwards is, in this case here, see how this side right here is touching both of your angles, just like S touches both of the A's. And then over here, the side is only touching one angle. This side is only touching this angle. So therefore, the S will only touch one of the A's. And then this one only works on right triangles. So since this is a right angle and this is a right angle, this is a leg and this is the hypotenuse. So on a right triangle, always check to see if hypotenuse leg will work. If it does not work, then you can try the others. Okay, so side, side, side is going to be a representative of picture B. Side, angle, side is going to be C. Angle, side, angle is D. Angle, angle, side is A. And hypotenuse leg is E. So be very careful. The order matters because you do not want to get the donkey theorem. All right, so let's identify these. So I've got triangle 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to use this with chapter 8 also. Q, P, T, R, S, T. So I know that this side goes with this side goes with this side, and this side goes with this side. So this is side, side, side. So triangle QPT is congruent to triangle RST by side, side, side. So here I have a right triangle. So let's see if a hypotenuse leg will work. This is a leg, that is a leg. This is a hypotenuse. This is a hypotenuse. Hypotenuse leg is going to work here because I was able to identify this hypotenuse, or sorry, this leg and the corresponding hypotenuse. All right, here, angle B is congruent to angle E, just as it suggests here. Angle C is congruent to angle C. It's congruent to itself. And the side that is connecting them. So this would be angle, side, angle. So be very careful with the order. Now, hidden information. This is the information that they're never going to give you. They're going to expect that you already know these things. The reflexive property, when something is equal to itself. So when FH is congruent to FH, okay? And that's when anytime you have two triangles and they're kind of connected by that centerpiece is equal to itself in both triangles. So this triangle HEF is congruent to triangle FGH. So this would be a side, 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 where triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2. In this instance here, and I am missing a line here. So here, they're going to expect you to automatically know all vertical angles are congruent. That's an automatic. So I know this angle is congruent to this angle because they're vertical. This angle is congruent to this angle because they're both 90. And this side is congruent to this side. So this would be angle, angle, side. And when you're looking for the reason, make sure that you're only looking at the letters of one triangle and then look at the letters of the other. They're supposed to be the same. We have angle, angle, side, angle, angle, side. So this would be angle, angle, side. And then again, we have alternate interior. So if this side is congruent, or sorry, parallel to this side, this is working as a transversal. So therefore, this angle is congruent to this angle because they are alternate interior angles. All right. And of course, this piece is equal to itself because they are reflexive. Okay. So here we had the reflexive property, which ties back to this one. And then we have that this angle is equal to this one by alternate interior angles. Okay. All right. So now let's look down here and let's identify the reason. So right away, I see that this is equal to itself because two triangles are sharing a side. This arrow and this arrow tell me that these two lines are parallel. So this is working as a transversal, which means this angle is congruent to this one. So now I know that I have a side, an angle, and a side. So side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. So triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2 by side, angle, side. And number 12, again, look for any time it is sharing a side. This one is equal to itself. So I've got side, side, side. So these two triangles are congruent by side, side, side. So now I know that triangle GHK, 1, 2, 3, is going to be congruent to JKH. And last, this angle is automatically equal to this one because they're vertical. So if I were going to look at triangle WXY, so 1, 2, 3, A is congruent to W, Z is equal to X, and Y is equal to itself because they're vertical. So this would be angle, angle, side. And you are going to get plenty of practice using doing your homework and doing your assignment in class, and I will see you next time. So make sure that you star anything you are confused on so we can make sure we go over it. See y'all next time. Bye.